welcome to today's video. Today we are doing a pick a card reading for the month of June. So we have 3 groups to choose from. This is group number 1, group number 2, and group number 3. So use your intuition to see what deck is calling to you most. There is no wrong answer. Go with whatever feels right. If you feel called to more than one pile, there's likely a message, or there is for sure, and both of those or all of them. Again, there is no wrong answer. You can pause the video if you need more time. And just so you know, there will be zodiac readings coming out following this video, so make sure you're subscribed if you want to check those out. So those will be coming out the next 12 days. But anyways, I love you guys, and I will see you in your reading. Hello, and welcome to your reading, group number 1. We're going to see what's going on in the month of June for you. We're going to get the overall themes with the Lenormand, break it down with tarot, and I have Kipper cards as well. So let's call in our guides to assist with the reading. Angels, ancestors, spirit guides of the highest vibrational frequency, please be with us today to provide the most accurate, meaningful messages for group number 1 in regards to June 2023. Thank you for your clear and accurate messages, and thank you, group number 1, for being here. Spirit, what is going on in June? This card wants to call it for group number 1. I don't know why I feel like I should put these down. Let's take a look one at a time. So the first card we have here is the snake. Let's look at all that. I'll put it all together. We have the moon and clouds. And on the bottom of the deck we have the letter. Let's see. So the snake in Lenormand could sometimes represent a career woman specifically, but really just someone focused on their career. And the moon can represent work satisfaction. So I feel like for those of you, you may have been feeling some sort of like a cloudy, hazy feeling, like confusion, not really knowing what's next in your career, your job, whatever it is you do for a living. But it looks like there is some sort of message or news coming in that will give you clarity. So you can see here on this cloud, it has 2 faces, like the little dark one looking down, kind of like literally down, pessimistic a little bit, and then this cloud here looking up, like the sun is out again. So when you look at the cards facing this way, that could show what's been going down, what the confusion is, and how it's being lifted. So I feel like you're just maybe have been wanting a fresh start or a new cycle. You could have been feeling stuck. There could have been someone in your past that has hurt you and deceived you in some way, and that has been possibly leaving you feeling down. But like some good news or something is coming in that is really uplifting your spirits. I also see that you are entering in a new phase of life. With this snake here, I see, you know, how they lose their skin. It's like a transition period for you. And the moon, you know, the moon is cycles. So I feel like there's something here, you're like shedding the old version of you, you're shedding things that no longer serve you, and you're really moving into a cycle that is more emotionally stable, more emotionally uplifting, like more happy, more satisfaction, like work satisfaction and emotional satisfaction especially. And yeah, there could be something here the career thing, if you are looking for a new job, you could be putting in a resume or signing a contract regarding a job. Some of you guys could just be like communicating with new people, communicating with new friends, relationships, whatever it is, and that is just really uplifting your spirits. But there's something here that you will be feeling better. Maybe writing things out will really help you. If you're into manifestation, law of attraction, all of that, like scripting, if you've heard of that, you can look into it more if that really resonates when you hear that word scripting. But you really write out everything you want, everything you desire in a positive, present day sense. Like you could be like, I am emotionally happy, like I love my job, I have the best relationships, you know, whatever it is you want, say like it in a present tense. And I feel like that could really help start this new cycle and also get you clear on the goals and the dreams you have. But overall, it looks like you're entering a new cycle, shedding what doesn't serve you. And we're going to get more information shortly with the tarot here. Spirit, what's going on in June for group number 1? Oh, I don't know if you hear that. There's like a really, oh, card just floating around. Really loud plane going by. Sorry. Card position 1 will represent the main thing, the main message you have for group number 1 in regards to their month of June. And, oh, what is the focus? What is not a priority in June for group number 1? And what is something that group number 1 is blind to? It'll be a surprise, or that they don't realize is coming, or something they need to know. What do you recommend that group number 1 avoids this month? And what is your overall action and advice for group number 1? Bottom of the deck, we have the Knight of Swords. Yeah, there's some sort of burden, some heavy weight you've been carrying around that's being shed in the month of June. And this is a 10, and the 10s represent endings and new beginnings. And since this is upside down, like if you look upright, this person's carrying so much with them, they look exhausted. And that could be the energy you've had recently, but going into this the month of June, I feel like really even starting sooner, like in Gemini season. Gemini is really coming through. I'm not sure if you are a Gemini or dealing with the Gemini, but there's like a release of these burdens, things you've been carrying around with you that are no longer serving you. I feel like that's really what this snake card was representing, the first card that came out in Lenormand as well. Shedding, you know, limiting beliefs, shedding what doesn't serve you anymore, shedding old relationships that aren't good for you anymore, aren't aligned with you, that are draining you, that, you know, letting go of any job or anything that just has been really making you feel weighed down and just not well, you know. You're releasing things. You're moving into a new cycle and leaving what doesn't serve you behind, and this is wonderful. And what Spirit wants you to focus on with the 7 of Pentacles here, I feel like it's really like planting the seeds for your future. You know, it's really interesting. I'm filming this on the day of a new moon, and that's what this made me think of, and we have the moon card here too. So the new moon is like the start of a new lunar cycle. It's when the sun and the moon are conjunct. And this is a great time to plant seeds, to set intentions for the lunar cycle ahead. The day I'm filming this is May 19th, if you're not aware, and this will probably go up a few days from now, but anyways, it doesn't matter. The point is that there is a new beginning coming, and Spirit wants you to get clear on what it is you want. I think that's really emphasized with this letter here as well, writing down your goals. So setting intentions. What is it you truly want? Get like the ball rolling is coming through on like what your dreams and desires are, because it seems like you're letting go of what you don't want, or like what isn't serving you anymore, and then starting something new. So we're only talking about 1 month here, so this is the start of something. So it might not be like there's humongous changes happening, but you are shedding some things and you're planting the seeds for what it is you want. What are your goals? Do you have financial goals, career goals, emotional, like well-being goals, overall? Getting clarity on that, because with this cloud card here, maybe you haven't been clear exactly with what you want, and that's okay to not exactly know, but it's really helpful to really think about that. And then if it's easier for you to think about what you don't want, maybe that could help you get at least shed the things that aren't serving you much anymore. And what Spirit wants you to not make a priority is a 5 of Swords, which is like conflict, arguments with other people, arguments with yourself. So I feel like something you are letting go is being really hard on yourself. You could be someone that is really critical. I feel like we all are, you know, that's something we all have to work on and stuff like that. We're our own worst critics. So there's something here with not being hard on yourself for something that maybe didn't work out that you're letting go. We are humans. We change. Our desires, our values, what we want in life change, you know, and then other people in our lives change too. We don't always change together. So don't be hard on yourself if something didn't work out. Spirit wants you to really focus on, you know, being excited, you know, like fresh slate kind of feeling here. Like, what is it you want to grow? What is it you want to manifest in life? And focusing your energy on that. I feel like you're a powerful manifester. We all are, but like it's definitely coming through in your reading. So you want to make sure you're not focused on what you don't want and like the negative and like conflicts you've had. Maybe there has been someone in your life that has you've been arguing with, that it just has been a little just negative, argumentative and stuff like that. That might be something that you're releasing, and Spirit's like supporting you in that, like letting go of relationships that are, you know, just not making you feel good. But a lot of times the Swords is like internal dialogue or thoughts. So I feel like you're focusing on shifting in your internal dialogue, shifting your thoughts, thinking more in a positive present tense like we were talking about earlier, and that'll be really helpful for you. And maybe there has been someone that you're letting go in the beginning of this month or you did recently. And it's also what to avoid here. This really makes sense because what's not a priority is like conflict, arguments, thinking negatively and all that. And what to avoid, we have the Nine of Swords, which is like anxiety. This is like being so upset. So I feel like you're letting go of things that really have caused you anxiety. And it's like maybe you haven't been sleeping well. Maybe you've been thinking like you're just spiral with your thoughts. You're like, you know, you'll start thinking like, oh God, I hate my job. And then you're like, oh, I hate my all, you know, you just spiral downwards. And this month, I feel like you're overcoming that, or you're like really paying more attention to your thoughts and your attitude and your perspective on life and not focusing on that. I know it's hard sometimes, but like really focusing on setting your intentions for what you do want and really planting the seeds, taking small action plans, you know, maybe making like to-do lists, having a little bit of discipline with what you want, just small actionable steps every day. It doesn't need to be anything major. Those little steps will add up over time. And, you know, sometimes we do too much at once and then we get burnt out. Maybe that's happened in the past here, but just doing small things at a time, and also making sure to like do some things that make yourself feel good, that really like fill your cup up, that make you feel fulfilled. Maybe there's some new creative hobby you can pick up or start again in the month of June. And what you may be blind to, we have the King of Rods or the King of Wands reversed here. So perhaps some of you guys are dealing with a fire sign, or you are a fire sign. Maybe you felt like a lack of passion lately, or maybe you've had someone that was a boss that has been really treating you bad, that's been making you feel burdened and hasn't been making your life really easy, and you might not realize that is you're like picking up their energy, or their energy is really affecting you, or you just maybe aren't realizing that you just don't have passion for your job or a certain relationship or anything like that anymore, and it's just really draining you instead of inspiring you. And I feel like you're really identifying that, whatever that is, this month of June. Yeah, I feel like there's been a lack of inspiration or hope or faith or something like that, because there's this like, you know, this confusion here, this like just not really knowing what to do, maybe having issues with making decisions and stuff like that. I feel like with this Knight of Swords on the bottom of the deck here, you're really becoming decisive and like taking action on your dreams. And I feel like that's going to get easier and quicker the more you clarify and get clear on your dreams. And have faith. I feel like maybe, you know, there's this energy here that you could be feeling down and a little pessimistic and upset lately. I'm sorry if you're feeling that way, but you might feel a little disconnected. Like maybe you don't feel connected to Source, God, universe, whatever you call it, your spirit guides. And maybe implementing a spiritual routine or adding something to your routine could be really useful for you. Maybe like doing some introspection through like journaling and maybe even astrology could really give you some insight. But really having faith, like if you write down all, like, you know, do the scripting thing or just get clear on your goals, it is important to really believe it's possible and believe in your abilities and believe in yourself and have faith, you know. And I know it's hard to go from like the opposite to being like totally, sorry, my kid, being totally, you know, optimistic and all that stuff. But I feel like getting clear on your dreams is really going to help things move forward for you. You know, talking to spirit, whatever it is that makes you feel good, prayer, maybe just connection to other people. Maybe that's been lacking because you were hurt in the past or something like that, or just so burnt out with work, whatever it is. I feel like you're ready. Whatever it is for you specifically, I feel like you'll know, like watching this right now, what hasn't been working for you. Like maybe all you know is that you haven't been feeling emotionally happy or like satisfied or with your work, your job, your emotions, all of that stuff, and you're ready for a new cycle. And that is definitely possible and happening for you in the month of June. So we don't have any cups here. I'm looking over the cards again before we move to the Kipper. So I really do feel like there has been a lack of emotional connection, a lack of emotional well-being, and I feel like when you let go of some burdens and like maybe even like delegate some responsibilities if you're feeling really burdened with work or something like that, let go of like conflicts and treat yourself better, talk to yourself better, love yourself more, practice self-care and all of that. It's really going to make you feel better. And like spending some time doing something creative, I feel like will really help clear your mind, and how, like maybe going on walks will really help for some of you, getting some fresh air, better sleep hygiene, better sleep overall. Let's get the Kipper to get more information. Spirit, what else for group number 1? And what's coming in this new cycle? We have the Thief. Reverse, right away when I saw this, especially reverse, I feel like there's been someone in your life that's been draining you. Like, I feel like this is like an energy thief, but it's reversed, so this is good. So if you feel like your time's been taken away from you, your resources, your money, whatever it is, I feel like you're overcoming something. In this new cycle, you're going to have more energy. You're not going to feel drained by your job or a relationship, whatever it is for you. Because you're not like giving away your power, you're not giving away your energy anymore, and you're not letting people take that from you. I feel like setting boundaries is something really big for you in this next cycle. Then we have Mature Man. Let's get one more. Interesting. On the bottom we have House Reverse. I'm just going to put this over here too. I think it fits, yeah. I feel like Spirit wants you to have more fun, be more creative, be silly, do things that make you happy. Let your inner child out, because there's definitely something here with feeling anxious and overwhelmed and overburdened and stuff, but we do see here that that is changing for you. There is a new cycle. But I feel like in this new cycle, like having more fun, getting out of the house more. And I know some people maybe you can't travel far, but I feel like there's like just local things in your environment that Spirit would love for you to experience, and like you would be good for you. I mean, like what can you do? Like going out for the walks I was talking about, like spending time elsewhere. Like if you work from home, can you like go switch it up and go to like a cafe or something sometimes? But like getting out of your comfort zone, doing different things, being silly like is really coming through. Having fun will really bring you back like that like childlike joy, and be really inspiring too. Because with this moon here, this is like definitely like joy and creativity. Yeah. But overall, yeah, I feel like I know these are all in reverse, but a lot of them it's okay. Maybe some of you guys, it would be good to, like maybe your home environment has been a little stagnant, and like the energy around you has been a little down. Like maybe if you have been upset and there has been a lot of drama or something going on in your place, doing an energetic cleanse, a smoke cleanse, you can look at other ways, sound cleanse with like bells, whatever it is, and like just decluttering will be really great. Especially if you're like worried about money or anything like that too. Like you can of course you can donate things, and we can probably sell things too. And sure, maybe you want to travel far, but like in the meantime, can you do little like staycations? Can you check out new spots in your town or in neighboring towns? Go to the park, do like fun things, like go on the swing set that's coming through. Whatever it is that makes your inner child happy, I feel like that'll really help you feel connected again to yourself and to others too. And yeah, I think this is the start. We're only talking about 1 month. I know I said that earlier, but it's coming through again. You're planting the seeds for what's to come in this next cycle of life. So I feel like it's important to focus on how you want to feel, you know, the remainder of this year and like this cycle, however long it is, and like start implementing that and really focus on the feelings, like joy, gratitude, all of that stuff. Writing gratitude lists or just thinking about what you're grateful for in the mornings and before bed will really help you as well. But that is what I have for you, group number 1. I highly recommend checking out your readings for your zodiac signs, the sun, moon, and rising. Some people like to watch for their Venus sign as well, whatever you feel is right to get a more holistic view of your month ahead. I hope this was helpful. I hope it resonated. I love you so much. Please subscribe if you haven't already. Like this video, leave a comment, and have an amazing month. I love you, group 1. Bye. Hello, and welcome to your reading, group number 2. So we are going to look at your month of June. We're going to start off with the Lenormand to get overall view of the month, themes, then break it down with tarot, and I have Kipper cards as well. So let's take a moment to call in our guides to assist in the reading. I'm going to sit down. I don't know why I'm standing. Angels, ancestors, spirit guides of the highest vibrational frequency, please be with us today to provide the most accurate, meaningful messages for group number 2 in regards to June 2023. Thank you for your clear and accurate messages, and thank you, group number 2, for being here. Spirit, what is going on in June for group number 2? What is going on in June for group number 2? What is going on in June for group number 2? What is going on in June for group number 2? Bottom of the deck we have Garden. Okay. First card that came out is the Crossing. So this often indicates like a spiritual awakening type energy, like crossing into a new terrain, like like awakening to a new perspective on life. Especially with this cloud here, I feel like there's been some confusion. I feel like you've been going through this. Spiritual awakenings are not easy. It's like trials and tribulations. You're like, you know, sometimes things are just visible to you in a different way, and you see the world differently, and you can't ever see it again. And it sounds scary and bad and stuff like that, but it's like you're maybe like losing a part of your ego, and there's like some things that you used to enjoy, like that used to resonate with you, no longer do. I mean, people you used to hang out with, maybe you don't have the same interest anymore, so that can be difficult for a lot of people. Relationships ending, jobs ending, you know, and it all seems awful, like things are being taken away from you, and it's a really confusing and dark time for a lot of people. But after that, you are in a more emotionally like open, stable, happy place. You can find things that really lift you up, that you can find jobs that really uplift you. So with the Cloud card here, you see there's this like dark face there, and then we have this like optimistic face like looking up. So you can see where things have been confusing and dark and where you're headed when that lifts. And I feel like this month, the spiritual awakening, like the hard time you've been going through, and maybe you don't really resonate with the spiritual awakening part, but like something that's been feeling like a test, like things have just been going wrong, like, you know, it's just been chaotic, not pleasant, just to put it even nicely, like, you know, just a darker time. I feel like in the month of June, all the stuff that's going on, you're like seeing the silver lining, you're learning the lessons from it, and you're moving into a new cycle where you can implement what you've learned and grow and align with who you are now, what you identify with. You can meet people that really feel like family to you, that make you feel good. Some people here might even be like finding work or job or whatever it is that really aligns with you and makes you feel fulfilled. But there's emotional satisfaction here coming after a time that is likely difficult. You're moving into a new cycle that is a lot happier. Some of you guys could have been kind of in isolation mode. That's part of the spiritual awakening process. But I feel like you're now going to be going out more in public, like doing more things, being more social with this Garden card here. It might really help you in this transition to this new phase of life to like be out in nature. You might even be naturally pulled to be out in nature more, to have more beautiful surroundings, natural surroundings. But this is great that you're entering a better cycle. No matter what this crossing has been for you, you're moving into the next phase, a much more fulfilling phase that makes you feel happy. And yeah, I feel like there's something here, like you will be meeting new people, hanging out with new people, getting out more. You could be going to like events in June, maybe a wedding or something like that. But hey, we're gonna break it down with the tarot and stuff and see exactly, you know, what it is that's changing, and what's coming in this new cycle. But this is overall looking pretty good. Group number 2. So let's get the tarot out now. Spirit, what is going on for group number 2 in June? We're going to do 6 card spread. Card position 1 will represent group number 1 and the main message you have for June. Push this up a little bit, sorry guys. And what is the focus of group number 2 this month? What is not a priority in June? What is something that group number 2 may be blind to? And what do you recommend that group number 2 avoids? And what is your overall action and advice for group number 2? Bottom of the deck, we have the Ace of Wands reversed. Yeah, I feel like going into this month, there's this like chaotic energy, like you're ready for a new beginning, but maybe things haven't been, you know, going to plan. Like, you know, things like we were talking about earlier, things have been a little, you know, not pleasant in a way. But the main message here is the Empress. I feel like you're like coming into your own, like you're feeling aligned, you're feeling good, you're feeling embodied. Like maybe you felt really disconnected from people, from life, like, you know, just overall discontent. And I feel like now you're just feeling, yeah, you're embodying all the things you've learned. You're feeling more abundant. This Venusian energy is really beautiful. You're just feeling very, very good in your own skin, I feel like. Interesting. You could be really feeling more abundant. You could have been really worried about money in the recent past, and I feel like Spirit's trying to tell you not to focus on that as much this month. If there is like an abundant, luxurious future for you, or like you're already in that energy, and the more you like stress about money and things like that, the more you're in that state of lack or scarcity, and it's harder to come by. You could be spending more time with your mother this month, or a maternal figure, or maybe with your children if you are a mother. Because for the main message, we have the Empress, and then we have, for overall action advice, the Six of Cups. Maybe you haven't spent time with people from the past, like your old friends, your family, parents, and stuff like that, and maybe it's been tough, but I feel like if that's the case, you could be moving into a cycle with your family, your loved ones, your close ones, you know, that's a lot more loving and less chaotic and more peaceful. Maybe you haven't been able to see them in a while for whatever reason, and you're able to this month. But the focus is the Knight of Wands reversed. And then we also have 2 other court cards here. It's interesting. Yeah, this seems really specific, but for some people in this group, there could really have been a falling out with a mother figure, because what you may be blind to with the Queen of Cups reversed, along with the Empress, those two together really have maternal energy all over it. But this could be really anyone in your life that is kind of a caregiver or nurturer, or you are in that role again. And I feel like you were disconnected for some sort of reason. I really feel like there's, for most people though, there's like a disconnection with your intuitive side, your divine feminine. I feel like with this spiritual awakening, this like change that's going on, no matter what your gender is, I feel like going into this, you are really in the masculine. In the masculine, like what to avoid too with this Ace of Pentacles, like you're like really into like material realm, like focusing on like money, work, you know, like do like all the time. And I feel like that it's just been weighing on you, and you're realizing like you need to bring in more of your feminine again, no matter what your gender is. And really be more creative, listen to your intuition, be more in like the flow state, have more fun, do creative, silly things, let your inner child out. Because I feel like that's been suppressed for a long time. Yeah, with this Knight of Wands reversed, it's something like with slowing down and like really just being more in your body, doing grounding practices, I feel like is really coming through here. Doing what you used to love to do when you were a kid, like play at the park, do things like that, you know? What used to really be like a creative, fun outlet for you when you were younger. I feel like doing stuff like that, or maybe some people in this group, maybe you didn't really have a childhood. Maybe you had to grow up a little too fast. But it's never too late to like do things for your inner child, you know? So what silly, fun things can you do? How can you bring more creativity into your life, more beauty? Spend more time in nature. It's definitely coming through in your reading. And I feel like there could have been something here with like feeling like you haven't been connected spiritually or something like that. Maybe it has been like a dark night of the soul and you just feel like so lonely and stuff, and they're like, why is all this stuff happening? But like soon you're moving into this cycle, you're going to be feeling a lot more emotionally satisfied. And the moon can represent our mother too. There's a lot of mother energy here. But for those who don't have any, that aren't resonating with like the mother thing or being a mother, it's like being your own mother, you know? Mothering yourself, being your own parent. Giving yourself the love you need and have wanted, you know? And I feel like doing all these things will really help you tap into your intuition. I feel like maybe it's been hard for you to tap in and really get in tune with that. But I feel like you are definitely stepping into feeling more present, you know, and your intuition is definitely strong, especially after whatever's been going on. So doing creative things, meditating, grounding yourself, making sure you're sleeping enough, eating right, you know, literally like mothering yourself and loving yourself. Self-care would be so important for you, you know? Like, I feel like you've been working really hard, group number 2, on other, like, the external things, but this month it's time to tend to your internal world and loving yourself, and it's really going to make you feel good. At the end of the month, you're going to be feeling really good. Really loving energy here. Yeah, what to avoid? We have the King of Cups reversed. This is really making me think like avoiding being in the masculine again. Avoiding like not being creative, you know, like suppressing your creativity, not expressing yourself authentically. Yeah, there's no rush, you know. I feel like we live in a society where it's like go, go, go all the time, you know, do. But like this month is like just be. You know, just being yourself, taking care of yourself, loving yourself. It's gonna make you feel so good. Tending to your needs, your inner child. And know that you are supported. The universe, God, you know, supports you. So you don't, I know it's hard sometimes not to stress about the financial things and the material world, but slowing down this month is going to be so good for you. Taking care of yourself, calling old friends, going out in nature, painting, going on the swings of the park, stuff like that is going to be so good for your soul. What else, Spirit, for group number 2? Lovers reversed. Yeah, I feel like there's been some strained relationship that really could be why you've been going through a tough time. We do have two counterparts here. The Queen of Cups and the King of Cups in reverse. The Lovers in reverse. And then we have the Six of Cups, which is like someone from the past. And then with this hard time. So maybe some of you guys have gone through a breakup recently or had an estranged family thing or family event. Friendship. It could be any relationship. It doesn't necessarily have to be romantic with this. But I feel like to really help you heal and move forward, it's going to be really important to love yourself and like realize, you know, you are worthy because you are loved, you know, you are perfect the way you are amazing, group number one. So maybe, you know, past things have really hurt you. But there's something here with like really reconnecting with those in your life who are there for you, being grateful for what you have. And I feel like for some people, there could be some, if it's, you know, you want it and it's safe and good for you and stuff, you know, like reconnection, especially for those who have something with their mother or a parental figure or family member specifically. I feel like there is something here that a relationship could be mending, especially mother. But for those that resonate with. But I feel like there's a lot of healing going on after a tough time. A new cycle is starting. One where you are full of love. We have expectation. She's just like waiting out. Yeah. For a lot of people, you might be waiting for someone to change, waiting for someone to come back, etc. And we can't really change people. We all have our awakening. We all go through shifts on our own time, you know? So if this is the case, like, instead of waiting for someone else to change, focus on yourself and your own needs and loving yourself. That's coming through really strong for your reading, group number 2. And also, in another way, like, there could be something here with, like, always expecting, like, oh, God, relationships never work out. You know, life is always hard. If you say that and expect that, it's going to happen. So if you want things to shift in your life and anything, like, expect the best outcome. And really, like, do affirmations like, I am worthy. You know, because you are group number 2, like I expect, like, good things to happen to me. I am lucky. Good things happen to me. You know, if you expect good things to happen, they're going to happen. And I know it's hard sometimes, but really being grateful for what you have now will put you in this mindset to really expect good things and for good things to come to you. And I don't think that, I feel like you're making these changes without even, like, having to make it, like, a lot of effort right now. You're overcoming some hard time. You're feeling more connected to yourself, more embodied, you know? So I feel like you are moving on from this, but I feel like someone needs to hear that we can't expect other people to change, because you definitely have shifted. You've gone through something that has changed you for the better, you know, but it's very common that when people go through these spiritual awakenings, these shifts, you know, that the people around them don't do that too, you know, 'cause again, we all do this in our own timing, and some people don't ever really have that shift in this lifetime. And we can't really expect them to, you know, we all came to hear lessons to learn. And I feel like you've really come to have some lessons, but yeah, someone needs to hear that. What's on the bottom here? Official person. Angel number 22. So going back to, I touched briefly on like a career thing, because it's the moon in the Lenormand could be career satisfaction. The official person, there could be something here with getting an official title or job position for some people. Some people, maybe someone is coming back into your life, like making it Facebook official. I don't know why I said Facebook official. You know what I mean, though? Like, dating someone or something like that. But I feel like really what this is saying is you're coming into your own, your authentic self. You're feeling better. And, like, you know what? See how it has all these badges and stuff? You've really gone through something, and you've earned, you know, you've earned it. You went through things, trials and tribulations. Like, the universe is giving you, like, badges of honor. Like, yeah, we see what you went through and how much you've grown, and we are rewarding you. You know, we're acknowledging you. we love you, you know? And I feel like it's been tough, and now you're moving into this next cycle, and you have all this experience under your belt, and now you're able to move forward. Smarter, wiser, more experienced. Standing up tall, like you went through some shit, and now you know that you can go through anything if you go through that. And it's gonna help you really walk through the world now. Like, you know, you're really being acknowledged by your spirit guides, your angels, God, you know, the universe, for everything that you've gone through and all the lessons you've learned and where you're going and how much you've evolved. And you're a beautiful soul, and they are acknowledging you that. And I feel like you're really being blessed with a new cycle that is coming into your life starting in June. I feel like it'll be like towards the end of June, but it'll be different for everyone watching. But I feel like you're wrapping up this hard cycle now and then moving into something so much more satisfying for you. But that is your reading, group number 2. I hope it resonated and was helpful. I recommend watching your zodiac sign readings, sun, moon, rising. Those will be out if you're watching this in real time. I'm scheduling them for the next 12 days after this video, so they'll be out one at a time. So you can fill in any gaps maybe, or get other situations going on in your month of June. But it looks like this is really wrapping up a tough cycle, like we keep saying. But I wish you all the best. I love you so much, group number 2. Know you are loved so, so much. And if you haven't already subscribed, I would really be so grateful if you did. Like this video, leave a comment, and have a great month. I really do love you. Bye, group number 2. Hello, and welcome to your reading, group number 3. So we're going to look at your month of June. And to do so, we're going to use the Lenormand to get the overall view, themes of the month ahead. And then we're going to move on to the tarot. And I have Kipper cards as well. So before we get started, let's call in our guides. Angels, ancestors, spirit guides of the highest vibrational frequency, please be with us today to provide the most accurate, meaningful messages for group number 3 in regards to June 2023. Thank you for your clear and accurate messages, and thank you, group number 3, for being here. Spirit, what is going on in June for group number 3 friends? What's going on in the house? What is going on in June for group number 3? Oh, the moon has come out in every group. What is going on for group number 3? Bottom of the deck, we have the bear. Okay, let's take a look. So the first card that came out is the home card, the house card. So something having to do with where you live, where you reside, your ancestries, your roots is very important, especially since this was the first card out. And then we also have the bear on the bottom of the deck, which is like a protective card. I see this sometimes like your spirit guides watching over you, and they are here right now. So I feel like there's something with your ancestry here, your spirit guides, your family. They're coming in to let you know that you are safe and protected. There could be something going on now that you feel like you aren't safe and protected, or like things aren't secure. You might be feeling lost in some way. But your angels, your guides, your ancestors are here now letting you know that you are protected. And this could be someone in your life that has passed that is a male. Doesn't have to be, but for some of those watching, a male ancestor, a spirit guide wants you to know that you are protected. Oh man, I feel like I could cry thinking about this, feeling this. But you are. I'm sorry if you've been feeling unsafe. They want you to know you are safe, and you're about to enter a new cycle where you are emotionally happy. It's just satisfaction. You feel at ease. You feel safe and supported. There could be something new starting with a career as well. But really, I feel like at a collective level, since this has come out for like everyone and just from other readings and stuff, the moon is like a new cycle. I'm filming this on the day of a new moon in Taurus on May 19th. It doesn't necessarily matter the date, but you know, the new moon represents a new cycle, a fresh start. And it's a time to set your intentions and plan for the cycle ahead. So I feel like this next cycle for you is a cycle where you feel safe and secure and protected. you could be feeling more emotional support from not just your ancestor we're talking about, but a divine masculine in your life. There could be some new cycle starting where someone in your life really makes you feel emotionally happy and well. For those that work from home, I feel this is going to be a really good month ahead for you. And if you had some tough times recently with someone who used to live in your house, or you were just feeling upset in your house, you know, like had some bad energy, like crying, whatever it is, you know, it's totally okay. You should definitely, you know, home is a safe space. It should be. And if you haven't felt that way again, it looks like that's improving. But a lot of times our homes can hold energy there and can be a little stagnant and stuff. So I feel like it'd be really good to like open your windows, let light in, especially if you've kind of been in the dark, like feeling down lately. And that'll really freshen things up. You can do a smoke cleanse or sound cleanse if that resonates with you. Declutter. Maybe there's some things in your home that you've kept from a past relationship, for example, or something that doesn't make you feel good. Now would be a great time to donate, declutter, sell, anything like that. Really freshen up your space. Get like, you know, the energy moving in there. Any stagnant things will really be helpful for you. If you've been feeling any like health thing or something, I feel like you're feeling more strength. You're feeling stronger in the month of June. Overall, mentally especially. But this is going to be a way better cycle. You are safe. That keeps coming through. All right, let's get the tarot out to get more information for our group number 3. We're going to do a 6-card spread here. First card will represent group number 3. The main message you have for the month of June for group number 3. These cards are bigger though. Yeah. Right off the bat, there's a new emotional, happy beginning for you coming. We already saw that, but Spirit's confirming. All right. What should they focus on? Ooh. 2 cards came out. Put them together here. Well, what is not a priority for group number 3? Yeah, what is something that group number 3 is blind to that's important this month? And what do you recommend that group number 3 avoids in the month of June? And what is your overall action and advice? Bottom of the deck, we have the Queen of Swords reverse. Let's put this right here. So, group number 3, there's definitely some healing going on here. More rest. Maybe that's why the Home card is here too. But the main message we have is the Ace of Cups. This is like new love, new emotional beginnings, new happiness. The aces represent something new, and the Ace of Cups is that new emotional satisfaction. And with that moon there, you could be starting a new love with another person. We have here, and look, the man in here is also an ace. So you could be finding some new love or just a new connection with someone if they're already in your life. And also, I just feel like this could be overall just feeling happy again. Like if you've been, you know, going through a hard time and stuff, you're just feeling overall mentally well, spiritually well, physically well, happier. Your cup's overflowing, you know, you're feeling good. And look at the butterfly sticking out to me. It's a major transformation. You're moving into this emotionally well place. This is beautiful. I love this card. Okay. What to focus on? We have here the 4 of Swords and the 3 of Swords both came out. And I see this as really just healing and resting. I feel like really making your home feel like a sanctuary and make you feel safe and stuff. We already talked about that. But with the 3 of Swords here, I feel like there really was some heartbreak and some loss. We kind of got over that maybe with that or that family member or relationship. And I feel like they're very present with you, you know, if it is a loss. Um, they want you to know that you're safe and protected, but also just like honoring yourself and your time to heal. You know, it looks like that's coming to an end, but like making sure you're resting and taking care of yourself, your home, you know, you overall. And if you feel like, oh God, I have to do all these things though, like no, you can rest and you are, you know, being watched over and everything like that. We have, for what you don't see coming or like what you may be blind to, the Hanged Man. But yeah, I feel like there is something here with just resting more. Like the Hanged Man is like taking a step back to get a fresh perspective. You know, sitting like out, maybe you've been just busy, go, go, go type thing, you know, energy. Maybe kind of as a coping mechanism to not have to feel your emotions that have been a little tough. You know, and that's totally understandable. But I feel like it's just going to be stored in your body and all of that. And like your body is really trying to tell you that you need some rest and stuff. And I feel like when you do this rest and you do this healing, this inner work, like you're going to feel so much better. And for what's not a priority, we have the Nine of Cups. You maybe just have been really focused on your ambitions and your dreams and all the things you want to accomplish. And nothing's wrong with that. But your own like self-care and your own needs like may have been put on the back burner, you know? And Spirit wants you to like really just focus on self-care, self-love, rest, like definitely like sleeping enough, just overall working on your health and well-being and stuff. And like we're only talking about 1 month here, you know? Like your dreams aren't gonna go anywhere, you know. You could still take some small actions, but maybe you've been too focused on all these other things. Like there's so many cups lined up here. But the cup that matters most is, you know, you're number one. And maybe you're always tending to other people's needs, like your father, your husband, or like people in your life. It doesn't necessarily have to be those. But along the way, you've just kind of forgotten to fill up your own cup. And this month, you're really doing that. And doing that is really going to, like, and taking the time out, slowing down, all that, is really going to give you a fresh perspective. There could be, like, maybe it's been hard to think clear lately. Maybe you've been feeling overwhelmed, tired, all of that, and it's been hard to make decisions or just not really knowing what to do, just overall, like, brain fog type thing. So really resting and taking care of yourself will really help that. And what to avoid, we have the Lovers here. So yeah, I feel like they're focusing on other people and like relationships and all this stuff and like all the actions you have to take, all the choices you have to make, and all this stuff. I feel like Spirit really wants you to make the choice to focus on yourself this month. And there could, even like, look at, they're like connected by the hearts there. I feel like there's been maybe a codependent relationship or just always focused on another person. Doesn't necessarily have to be codependent, but you know, yours matters too. Maybe it's been a little unequal. Maybe you've just been trying to work out a relationship with someone, whatever it is. There is definitely some new emotional well-being, new love or something like that coming. And maybe this is about, for a lot of people, focusing on the past heartache, you know, with that person. It's like now's the time to heal and rest and move forward. I don't think, you know, for a lot of people, focusing on connecting with this person again might not be the priority this month. Again, you are the priority this month. And this person could be a Libra, or a Gemini or Aquarius, Gemini especially, but it could be any sign. And for overall action advice, we have the Seven of Pentacles reversed. Let's take a look at this. It's upright. This cat's like looking at all the birds in the trees, like just kind of like waiting. There's something here with like wanting change in your life, but nothing's like happening, you know, or something like that. Like not being really happy with the way things have been. Not really knowing what it is you want. want, or maybe just spreading yourself too thin, like wanting so many things, and then when it doesn't happen, it might be irritating or something like that. And I feel like there's something here with like not waiting for other people to change, like with this Lover's card too, and the Healing card here. You might be like waiting on someone to change, situation to change, whatever it is. And I feel like Spirit doesn't want, you can't really expect other people to change. You can't really, but what you can change is how you love yourself and how you treat yourself. And I feel like you need to really tend to your own garden this month. I know that seems cheesy and it keeps coming up in your reading, but yeah. I feel like you've been really stressed about another person, about maybe a decision you have to make, all the things you need to get done, all this stuff. And I feel like your nervous system's been on like overdrive. But this month you're really going to replenish yourself. So don't feel bad about taking, a step back, taking some time for yourself. Your goals, all the things will still be there. And if you're worried, like, that when you don't do this stuff, like, you're not going to have enough money, you're not going to have all of this, like, this won't get done. Your spirit guides are, like, really coming through to say you're protected and this is for the best. You'll actually be able to perform better, do more for other people, do more for everyone, whatever it is, when you fill your own cup up first. It's kind of like the airplane thing, how you're supposed to put your oxygen mask on before you help other people. That's kind of like this, like, if you want to help them, like, you need to be able to breathe and stuff first too. Like, you need to fill your own cup up and feel good, because your energy rubs off on other people too. And it's not selfish to do self-care and all of that. Spirit, what else for group number 3? Occupation. Interesting. Yeah, we have here the work satisfaction that came up earlier too. For some people, you could have been so focused on like fulfilling your career stuff, making money, all of this stuff. And that could be Spirit really confirming. Filling up your own cup will help with your job. Also, working from home is really coming through. Some of you guys might really have been wanting to do that, but have been worried about money and stuff like that and haven't wanted to go for it. And I feel like Spirit is saying you are safe and protected if you go for it. Of course, do what feels right to you. This has come out in a lot of readings. Thief reversed. Yeah, I feel like something has been taking all of your energy, and it could have been a job, but no longer. I feel like you need to like set boundaries, take control of your energy, have your, really rest. For some reason, energy thief is really kind of like energy vampire type thing. Let's get one more. Pathway reverse. Yeah, I feel like the way things have been going just haven't been great. Like, these cards here are really pointing to me, like putting your energy into a job that doesn't feel right to you, for example, for a lot of people. You look at this butterfly here. You really do have, the power. You're the one that calls the shots in your life, even though it doesn't feel like it sometimes. And maybe taking some time out, some time to relax and really think about what you want, and all those things. And really think about how you can make your job or your work or whatever you do day to day more emotionally satisfying. Because I feel like there's something here that's just been draining you. And really, there is a message coming through for those who have been wanting to work from home. For yourself. Maybe like starting a side business or something at first would be really nice. Or if you're already working at home, what can you do to make it more fulfilling? And also, like, maybe you're working from home, so it's like you're doing it all the time, and it's just, you don't really have boundaries with yourself with it. Setting boundaries and making sure you have time to rest and time for play and all that stuff too will be really good for you. Doing things like yoga and meditation will definitely be helpful for this group. But it's never too late. If you're wanting to start a new path, a new relationship, anything new, it's not too late. Because whatever you're being called to do that's new is going to be really uplifting, really emotionally satisfying for you. So what is it, this new thing that, you know, what'll really fill your cup up? Is there like something you just love doing? Can you do it more? If you are always at home, can you make your home feel more safe and love, you know, comfy and cozy and like fitting your style and what you like? But overall, if work has been the concern. It seems like that's definitely for at least some people in this group. What you do for work, it's going to be more emotionally satisfying overall. I feel like once there's like boundaries set with your time and energy, you're going to feel so much better. You're going to feel really good this month. But that is what I have for you, group number 3. I hope this was helpful and resonated. I've been saying this in every group, and I did in the beginning, but just a reminder, I am putting out zodiac readings for June as well. I highly recommend watching for your sun, moon, and rising to get a full view of your month ahead, maybe fill in any gaps or get, you know, other things going on besides the situations we've been talking about today to get a holistic view of your month. But yeah, that's it. Please subscribe if you haven't already, like this video, leave a comment, and have an amazing month. I love you so, so, so much, group number 3. Bye.